Hey, what's up, guys? Jesse Rush with Swing God Bows, and I'm going to show you guys me chasing the growth ring on a mulberry stave. You can see I've chased it to about right here, and then I'm going to go down one more ring to the next row, but I'm basically getting through all the crap and getting down to the ring that I want to establish. And I've got a lot of work on this bow because I've got to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or no, 10 rings to get into the area I want to use for the back of the bow. But basically what I do is I just rough through this. The knots actually aren't an issue because the way that this growth ring goes on this bow so far, there was 3 or 4 really big knots down here on this end. And so far what happened is all these big punky knots, if you look at the end, the growth ring just below them is nice and curved, and the other ones were all crazy with the knots. And the same thing, this knot right here was like this big. And as I go through it down to that growth ring, I'm noticing that the knot's pretty much not even there. If it is there, it's very small. But you can there's a pithy difference. I'll show you here. There's one of the growth rings right here on the end that I'm going to expose. That's going to be the actual back of the bow. There's a little checking, so I'm going to have to cut off probably that much of the bow on the end. But here's different growth rings, and this stuff right here is pithy. Let me move the camera, the tripod a little closer, and I'll try to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. So when you're removing the wood, there's like a pithy, you can almost feel it and hear it. It's like a chatter, like, you know. And that's when you know you're getting through the spring wood or early wood and getting into that late wood. The late wood is what you really want for the bow. So basically I'm just trying to rough through. See how the late wood, it peels through it and it doesn't chatter. It's like a smooth cut. That's because that's less pithy of wood. Let me see if I can expose some spring wood here, some early wood here, and show you. Early wood's not quite as strong as late wood. Alright, so this whole area right here, this is all spring wood. And you can look and just see it's really gritty. And this is late wood right here. So this is early wood, and this is late wood. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm trying to expose it here. Let me see here. There you go. I'm in the shot. I'm trying to I have a very rigged up camera system here. It's basically a phone just balanced on a tripod, so bear with me. Alright, so as I get through this pithy wood, you can see the difference here between a piece of late wood and a piece of early wood. The early wood's crumbly and pithy. See, that's the difference right there. And if you're going to use sapwood on a mulberry bow, this is mulberry, by the way. If you're going to use sapwood on a mulberry bow, you want to at least go down a few rings towards the heart so that you get closer to the heartwood, because the way wood works in a bow, the sapwood isn't always sapwood. Over a long period of time, the sapwood hardens and becomes older, and the grains get tighter and more compressed, and it becomes heartwood. So the closer you get to the heartwood with the sapwood, the closer you are to actually exposing heartwood. So if you'll see here, we just keep exposing this. And I'm not going to show you guys a video on doing the whole thing because this is about, I don't know, on this bow it's proving to take a long time because I've got to go through so many layers. But, you know, I'd say 6 hours or so of removing. And you can go both directions. but it seems to come off easier and more smooth. And here I'll show you a good example right now. Okay, check it out. You see this? This is that last layer of wood. These are these are 8, 9 growth rings right here that I'm going through. And then this is the last growth ring before the one that I want. This is actually the one that I'm trying to expose on the back of this bow. So that's chasing a growth ring. It's not easy by any means. And when you get to these knots, see, I'm going to have to go up a little bit and then down the other side of it and keep the knot in there. But this knot was very drastic before. I mean, it went up 2 inches and back down. And now it's only going to pop up like 1/4 of an inch when I'm done. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful as far as chasing growth rings on a bow stave. If you're going to start chasing growth rings, my advice to you would be to start with something such as mulberry, because if you look, like this is a growth ring on the top, this is a growth ring right here, and they're pretty thick, and then this is actually down more heartwood area as it gets darker. But, they're 1/4 inch thick at least, each one of them. So when you get into that, that's really good. Easy to chase growth rings. Sometimes Osage orange, you would especially, you're looking at a 32nd of an inch that you have for play. So if you cut too deep, you're done. Anyway, so there you have it, guys. This is how to chase a growth ring. It's very hard and time consuming, and if you mess up and go through your ring, you're going to have to sinew back the bow or throw it away. So this is how you chase a growth ring to create a self bow. It's very hard to do, and it takes some practice with a draw knife. Anyway, I'm Jesse Rush with Fling Got Bows. Take it easy.